Hello. Hey, hi, how's it going? Instant hydrate, I love it. It's fantastic.
With water. Zero 07
That one
just
wasn't
drink
water,
hydrate.
and that's
With
okay.
water.
I still have water right here. You're gonna get both. Just because I needed a sweet thing anyways. I just ate a sour gummy. So I needed something sweet to counteract it. But anyways, hello people. Dev, my part of the care package was better than yours. That's what it was. And by that, I mean it was my personal favorite Gatorade and then white chocolate Reese's. Because Gatorade's better than Red Bull and white chocolate is better than standard chocolate. So like mine was better. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, no, am in fact still keeping the streak going. Streaming challenge is happening. We are doing the thing. Uh, Today's just been a bit of a weird day. My brain got fried at work because it was supposed to be neuro, and then they threw me into vascular, and then it hurt my brain. But I helped resect and excise a 39 centimeter saphenous vein today, so like that was cool. But no, curse broken. I finally got to see an endarterectomy. The three that I was supposed to see over the last 3 weeks that got canceled, there's one that happened today, and I got to do it. Sacrilege, because today was insanity. Yeah, today was insanity. It was great. White chocolate Reese's are goated, right? See, Oro's on my side, Dev. Get over it. Was it a fun sour gummy or just a regular one? It was just a regular one. I just got sour gummy bears. It was my treat to me from the gift shop before I left work because I was just like, you know what? Today's been a day. I need a treat. So I picked up a bag of sour gummy bears. I was a good noodle though, and I didn't eat them until after I had my dinner. Because Bex had steak fajitas slow cooking all day, and the house smelled amazing when I got home. So I was like, I'm eating those first. I'll have the gummy bears later. I'm checking you. Listen, white chocolate anything is better. So like, Oreo and I will die on this hill together. I don't like them as much as regular. That's fine that you don't like them as much. It's okay to be wrong. We still love you. White chocolate Reese's is goat. Yo. Leftover Taco Bell. I've never had leftover Taco Bell. What's that like? I've always just eaten what I ordered from Taco Bell, regardless of how much it was in the same sitting. I, my biggest order at Taco Bell, $42 for just me. Ate it all. But white chocolate isn't chocolate. I don't care. It's labeled chocolate. It's chocolate in my book. They don't make them anymore, but pretzel big Reese's cups are the best. Do they not make them anymore because Take Five became a thing? Like, aren't they owned by the same company? And Take Five has pretzels in them along with other stuff. I require leftover steak fajitas for lunch tomorrow. Bold of you to assume there's leftover steak fajitas. Like, A, you have me. B, you have the bean. C, you have the rest of my house here, which includes but is not limited to my brother. There's no leftovers. There's a reason why you see me in the cafeteria at work every day. There's no leftovers to take to work for lunch the next day. Had a shitty Western omelet today at some place I never ate at before and won't be going back. That sucks. I hate when that happens. I had that happen to me once when I worked for a credit union. I worked at a credit union out of town. It was a different city, the next city over. So I didn't know much about the restaurants, and so I was just like, "Hey, I've been to Big Boy before," so I went to the one that was there in that city. It wasn't good. That fun fact. About a year after I stopped working at that credit union, that Big Boy also closed down. So like, probably why their food wasn't very good. But I digress. It's okay. I had one bad meal, never went back. Just stuck with Subway from there on out. It was wonderful. Reese's Sticks. Oh, okay, okay. Take Five was out before the pretzel big cup Reese's. Okay. Was it just a limited thing then? They switched to Reese's Puffs Big Cups and potato chip Big Cups, neither of which are as good. That's a little upsetting, to be honest. I talk about for breakfast for the first time. I don't go to taco joints for breakfast. How was that? Leftover chicken that I'll have for lunch tomorrow. Well, there you go. Lunch sucked too. Damn. I mean, mine wasn't the greatest. I had corn dog nuggets; those were good, but the cheeseburger that I had wasn't that good. Delvex care package was much appreciated. Sure. She's not here right now. She's off doing other things in other places of the house. Not entirely sure what. She was just like, I'm gonna go bug Bean, and then I heard her bugging Bean, and then she wasn't bugging Bean, and she hasn't come back. So, who knows? Subway is overpriced. Yes, they are. Thankfully, at the time when I worked at the credit union and went there for lunch, it was still the time of the $5 footlong, so it wasn't overpriced then. But yeah, it definitely is now. Talk about breakfast could have been better. You know, that's fair. I feel like any fast food breakfast, for the most part, isn't that good. Like, even McDonald's pancakes aren't good anymore. Like, I remember them being so much better. I don't know if it's just because I work there or if they just don't make as good of quality stuff anymore. That and their McGriddles don't taste as good anymore either. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but fast food breakfast just don't taste good no more. Paige wants a care package. We had Latin food and it was not bueno. That's upsetting. Burrito is just a hash brown, sausage, cheese, and egg. They have so many ingredients to make them better. That is very true. Like, homie, there's so much more they could add to that. Care package was left in my department. Rave still got to it way before me. I was busy. Yeah. No, it was funny because I was scheduled in a room for vascular for the day. That room finished literally a minute and a half before she texted us saying that she dropped off the care package. So I was just like, hey, we're done. I need to find another room, but all the rooms are currently going, so it's going to be a minute. I'm going to go to lunch. And I ran downstairs to go and get the care package. Almost all food quality has gone down. Size as well. Yep. Inflation sucks. Price has gone up. Portion sizes of things have gone down. It's terrible. I don't like it. McGriddles definitely changed recipe at some point. I remember them being way better when I was getting right. That's what I'm saying. Like I remember when I was younger, I could eat a McGriddle, and like it was good the way it was because of like the cooked in, baked in syrup that was supposed to be with it, and like you didn't need like syrup to turn the pancakey breading stuff into like the pancakey sandwich that it was supposed to be. But now it's dry as shit, and like the syrup that's supposed to be there ain't there. Like you got the little nobules things that look like they're supposed to be there, but then like nothing is actually there, and like you barely get any of a taste out of it. It's terrible. Hell, donuts are half the size they used to be. Right? Ever since Krispy Kreme closed, Kreme closed, and then all the donuts just became shit. They kept getting smaller and smaller year over year. Price keeps going up year over year. It's terrible. My monitor still isn't here. Well, go yell at people about that, Dev. When was it supposed to get here? Still the Noro not getting care packages. I mean, to be fair, the only care packages I get are from the people that are actually in the same city as me. So, like, there's that. It's supposed to be here Saturday, as in last Saturday or this coming Saturday. Because if it's not supposed to get here till this coming Saturday, it makes sense to not be here yet. But we're going to start doing a thing. Because we got building to do. And I started way late today because Bean had track practice and then I napped after eating steak fajitas. I roly-polied so hard. I ate so much food. Yes, last Saturday. Ooh. Time to start yelling at people then, Dev. It's Wednesday. That's taking too long. Got my box cutters. I bought their TikTok on Sunday. Noise. Are they good box cutters? Like what we working with here? I would like to know what we're working with. Good box cutters, great box cutters, fantastic box cutters. Are they fancy enough to be like, ooh, I like it. I have the donut shop that pioneered bacon maple bars in my state and one branch in my hometown. I'm jealous. That sounds fantastic. I also feel like somewhere around here I have more Queen's Jam, and I can't seem to find it. What the hell? Because I need more of the Queen's Jam. Oh well. Do I have honey? I have bees. Do I have honey? I feel like I should have honey around here someplace because I've gotten the bees. No, I used all the honey to make the boar jerky. Never mind. Screaming, bud. You know, one of these days, this boy is going to learn to knock before just opening a door. Haberco, Work Pro. It was 3 for 20. Ooh, nice. I was supposed to cook, but said no. Absolutely not. That's so fair. Best friend, I need to finish my show and hit the hay. Okay, good night. Have the best sleeps, Dev. Vex and I were watching a show, and then I was just like, hey, it's 8:30. I should probably do the thing. So there's like 13 minutes left on our show. It's great. We'll finish it at some point eventually. We'll take all of that, which means we need to take 3 of these since we can do 10 at a time. And then we'll take 25 of those. And we'll do the things. Alright, so first order of business today, now that we're back on our own homeworld, we need to A, fix our storage situation and actually make that pretty. And then B, we need to go ahead and do some more smelting, but that's going to be like background is going to like do its own thing, kind of, sort of. And then we're going to get some more stuff. We're going to make some upgrades, do some things. And it's going to be wonderful. Random sit down. Let's go. Find what to store where. That to store there. That to store there. Those can go in here. No room for the resin though. Meats can go in there. Feathers. Oh, hey, I can refill those. That's cool. Don't like any of it. I got too much stuff. This is why we need to fix the storage situation. I got too much stuff. That's about as good as that's gonna be for the moment. We're just gonna make do. But how's everybody's Wednesday, middle of the week been treating them? Hopefully it's been a good one. That's doing that. We need more woods to start doing the storage of the things. Alright. You need to go away. How did that not hit you? Definitely looked like it went through your shoulder. Homie, how many times are you gonna fight this with your shoulder? Good. You like getting shot in the face. It's wonderful. It's a fantastic time. That cut way too easily. That scared me. There was a bunch of tin deposits down at the bottom right tip of the map. Mel has it marked as copper on the map though. So this isn't the community server. This is my own world that Mel was playing in on a local server basis with me this past weekend. So not gonna be the same map, unfortunately. Oro, it's been okay. I mean, that's fair. No, it was funny. I had the little realization as I got off of stream last night. I was like, you know, with the exception of the fact that I didn't like gather all of the resources myself, and like that I already had a bit of an advancement in terms of the equipment I was using. I got farther in the community server that Mel created than what I have in my own world. So I'm like, I'm gonna play in my own world today, and we're gonna get further in this because there. Ow, that real hurt. That hurt real bad. But it's like, how am I gonna go and neglect my own world that I started first for that? Am I still gonna play in Mel's server anyways? Yes, but that's not the point. And I imagine Sun is also still of the workings. Otherwise, probably would made comment by now. Just like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I has the game because it's Wednesday. And they were waiting until Wednesday to be able to do the thing. Okay. This is a random empty chest. Let's throw stuff in here. Now there's still room for feathers though. So we'll throw feathers there. Alright. Alright. So we are going to do some shuffling of some things real quick. So we're going to go plop, plop, plop. Fill that. Grab the stone. Fill the stone. Ooh. Fancy woods. Not what I wanted. I want that. And that. There we go. Alright, we're gonna make this look pretty. There it goes. I'm like, I feel like I'm not actually hitting the dirt. I'm trying to get me to play the dinos with him. Do it! The dinos as an arc path of titans. Ooh. That could be a fun time. Dinos are cool. My personal vote is do it. But only if you want to. Okay. Furniture, chests. I have enough for these. Fantastic. Plop. 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 And then, is it under crafting? It is under crafting. I need bronze, fine wood, and resin, which means I need to go get more fine wood, because I believe all my fancy fine wood I don't have enough of. I do not. Okay. 25. Go ahead and grab 10 of these. Because I don't hear this doing the thing anymore. So what exactly is Path of Titans? Because I haven't heard of / played it myself. I just heard dinos and I'm like, ooh, dinos, do it. But would love to know more. Oh, 13's not evenly divisible. I don't like that. Why'd I do that? I know why I did it. It's because it's all that I had available. That's not. Feed. My feed. Apparently I didn't pick up the thistle before? Question mark? That's weird. Not food. Food. Trophies. I don't know what to do with the fish yet. It needs a lot of seasoning, so maybe that's a later advancement with the cauldron. Alright, so we're going to toss the meats in here. And then in here we'll do the mushrooms and the berries. And then here's the thistle, because that's going to be used for meads. We can move all of our resin into one spot. Do I have any more resin? I do not have any more resin. Okay. Play as a dino in an open world doing quests to collect things. Think Sims, but for dinos. That sounds pretty dope, actually. I think I've seen some gameplay of that. I just didn't know that that was the game, if that makes sense. So that sounds pretty cool. Might be a game I'm interested in playing. Because, like, don't you have the capability of going around, like, it's open world with other people, and you can, like, attack and eat other dinos / other people, or NPC dinos? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some gameplay of that before. It looks pretty cool. I feel like it would be fun. The only thing that worries me about it is, like, how do you select your dino to begin with? And can you choose the wrong one? Because I don't want to choose the wrong one. I want to choose the right one and just be amazing, always. All of the stuff in the furnace. You're always amazing to me, Raven. Aw, thanks, Dad. I try to be. Alright, what do we got going on here? Split this because odd numbers. 22 is 11. Since it's a 2 to 1. And let's go ahead and make some browns. Grandma wants to get a bunch of people to play a giant pack of raptors. That would be absolutely dope. I feel like that would be a ton of fun. And you should absolutely join. Alright. 5 browns. 10 resin. 30 fine wood. I don't even have 30 fine wood, homie. So we're going to go ahead and store the bronze. Because I have enough bronze. And now we're gonna go cut birch trees for Define of the Woods. I don't have the monies at the moment. That's still fair. When you do has the monies, you should do it. I think it would be an absolute blast. I support this endeavor. You need to fuck off, Grayling. That's my purse. I don't know, yo. Quack, quack, quack. Don't follow me, don't follow me, don't follow me. Ah. Okay, or just run away. Big smash. Yeah. Out here doing the original Donkey Kong with logs. Instead of hopping over barrels, we jump in logs. With 200 player servers, that could be a really cool community plaything. That could, in fact, be a very cool community plaything. I feel like it would be a ton of fun. I'll jump your log. That is aggressive. Do it. I swear, one of these days, because of what this chat is and the demeanor that we have, I'm gonna put a button on my stream deck that zooms in my camera. I'm just gonna look into the camera. It's gonna zoom in on my eyeballs. I'm gonna be like, do it. Is a thing I will make happen eventually. I don't have the resins. I need the resins. Give me the resins. So we can do the buildings. It's under the craftings though. Did I not get... Wow. Wow. Okay then. Apparently I didn't get enough fine wood. Now I do. Oh hey, might help if I grab the bronze though, huh? Bronze! Fermenter, number 1. Woof. We need to go get more of the fine of the woods. Where'd the feathers go? There's the feathers. Where'd the seeds go? Fuck it, they're going right there. So that's where I got empty slots at. Do it. I will. I'm gonna have to look up how to do it because that's a thing I haven't done before. I know it's a thing that can be done, but I haven't done it yet. Oh, Wood, you're fine. How? I would love to know how. I'm in support of this if you can find a way. Oh, we're gonna get 3 in 1 with this. Let's go. 2 in 1. 3 in 1. There we go. Just don't fall on me. Okay, we're good. Whack, 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 whack. I've been spoiled by the RuneScape Dragon Wilds and the spell to just insta-chop logs, or chop trees to make them into the fallen log. It makes me reminiscent already. I will probably be playing Dragon Wild this weekend when I have more time to actually do so, to pay attention to the new game mechanics and how the game plays and works and whatnot. But I don't have enough brain power and or time to stream currently during the week because of work schedule and everything. So that's not a current during the week type of game. That's a weekend game when I have more spoons and brain power. There we go. We have our fermenters in place. We have our storage underneath. We are doing all of the things and making it pretty. We love it. Also, why did I put you down here when I have all of you over here? All stone. Fancy woods.
Not
Unsmelted ore.
just redeemed fact.
Melted ores. Okay. That's empty. This is that. Over here is all of the regular woods. We don't split this one. I will get to your fact in just a moment. I'm doing all of the organizations right now and making sure that I know what I'm doing in my brain hole. Alright, so medical fact. We're going to talk surgery. Today, varicose vein and getting to pull that stuff out, right? That was the thing that I got to do earlier. That was a excision of varicose vein with a saphenous vein. Really? I didn't pick up any of the coal because I'm overweight from all the extra wood I'm carrying. There, now I got the coal. But excision of words, I had already lost my train of thought. Excision of varicose vein. So for that, varicose veins typically happen in the leg. So with that, I say we, it was the surgeon. I was assisting. But surgeon gets a little hole at the area where the vein is. They use ultrasound, find the vein. They cut a little hole. They use a vein hook to fish it out through the hole, clamp onto it, and then they occlude around it and free it up from all the tissue around. And then they follow the branch of the vein further up the leg because they start down towards the ankle. So they move up the vein, make another little hole, find that vein again, clear out all the tissue around it and move it off of all the things. And then then you stick a retrieval instrument through the little gap underneath the skin that you just created as you separated the vein from the tissue. And then you ligate and cut it at the bottom and you pull it up through the hole. And then you inch your way up the leg until you remove the entire thing somewhere in the groin area. That is what I got to do today. The final chunk that got taken out all in one big piece was a 39 centimeter long piece. There were additional pieces because as you move farther down the leg, your veins get thinner and more fragile. So towards the bottom where we started, it broke off in smaller pieces. But once we started getting up towards the knee, they were thick and sturdy enough to where it remained one piece. So pretty much from just below the knee up through the rest of the groin was where that 39 centimeters came from. Also, a record for longest continuous piece that has been retrieved for this type of case at my facility. It was kind of cool. Hello! There's the bitch. You just missed me bragging about my varicose vein excision case today for my medical fact. Yeah. I took a photo of it and I shared it with the Vex. And yeah, it's wonderful.
It is wonky looking.
It wonky looking. Did you say that it looked like a worm?
I can't remember what I said.
Okay.
No, I just asked what was it.
Oh.
They're like, oh, it's a varicose vein. I was like, yeah, that don't look right.
Yeah. No, it was funny. There was a comment made mid-surgery by the surgeon as he was trying to fish for the vein and like actually find it underneath the skin, and was just like, all right, we're going fishing, because it very much does look like a bloodworm almost. It's great. I'll have to double check the photo just to make sure that there's no inappropriate HIPAA violating information in the photo, and as long as it's clear of any of that and or I black it out, I will share it later on in the Discord for anybody that would like to see. I'll put a spoiler alert on it, that way it's not just out in the open for anybody to see, because like if you don't want to see somebody's vein, I understand, and I'm not gonna force that upon you, but if you want to check it out, I will post it there after stream. Hi son, did you get the game yet? 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 That wasn't my resin one. This is my resin one. This is my fancy wood one. And now I have too much wood. It's a good problem to have, but like, it's a problem nonetheless. Sun has gotten the game, yay! What is a varicose vein? I know what the term is, but I don't know what the actual definition is. That is a lovely question. I'm not going to mislead you. I will Google it in this moment because I am familiar with the concept, but can't tell you the diagnosis. So, that's what it is. Gotcha. All right, so varicose veins are vessels that grew larger than is typical, and they can get gnarled, tangled, and provide a less than stellar cosmetic appearance. A removal of them is considered a cosmetic procedure. For some people, it can actually cause discomfort and sometimes pain if, like, the vessel itself is protruding on a nerve in the area as they take place in the legs and feet. There's a lot of nerves that like route through your ankle and whatnot. So if you have a varicose vein in that area that's pushing on that, it can cause pain, which then would lead to wanting it removed. But yeah, it's basically just a mild mutation in the growth of a vein, where they become enlarged and they'll twist upon themselves. Not in like a bad way where like they occlude their own blood flow, but just to the point where they'll protrude into the skin and like you can see them through the skin. And there's people that just don't like the appearance of them. So they're like, hey, let's get rid of this. And it's already downloaded. Let's go, son. Yeah. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there's a different vein condition that also commonly happens in the legs. That is a result of having a sedimentary lifestyle and or like a sit down, stand up consistently type of job. Like think security guard, sitting at security desk watching cameras and then having to get up to go investigate something or like answer a call someplace. It might be spider veins, but essentially it causes a thrombosis in their legs, the constant like up and down of their job and or lifestyle, where like you get the blue lines and everything down the legs, and it can actually cause a lot of pain and trauma. So I don't know if it is the spider veins, because I know spider veins can be seen through the skin, on the surface of the skin, but I don't know if spider veins themselves cause pain or anything like that, like what this condition does, if that makes sense. I forgot what I was doing for a second. I'm grabbing this.
I'm giving rip.
So if you got the game and you downloaded it already, have you played it? Is you playing it? Do the thing, son. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Why did I get one fewer ore bars out of that than what I put in? Or did I not put that many in? That was full. That was full. I don't know. Wild. But yay, honey. Jack in the Box gave me Barks, not Coke with my meal. That's a good problem in my book, because like root beer is good. I like the root of the beers. No, it was over here. Honey is mead stuff. Also, speaking of mead stuff, I need to build this thing. 4 tin, 6 copper, 2 leather scraps. Okay. So over here, someplace I have the leather scraps. We need 2 of those. And then we need some of that stuff. Crafting mead kettle. And you're gonna go plop, just like that. Hot air. Now we can start fermenting meads. Alright, what can we make? Minor healing for health over time and 50 health at the start, which needs dandelions, honey, blueberries, and raspberries. Poison resistance, honey, thistle, necktail, and coal. Minor stamina is honey, raspberry, and yellow mushrooms. That's what those are used for. Fun fact, as much as I've played this game, I've never actually made a mead before. I just know that they're a thing that exists. Lower health generation, but increased stamina regen, health regen down 50%, stamina regen up 100%. 10 honey, 10 raspberry, and blueberries. I like how tasty mead for better stamina regen is honey, raspberries, and blueberries, and then the healing mead for health over time is the same thing but add a dandelion. Literally all of the same things except you add a single dandelion. Make it make sense. Alright. What other things can I build right now? Out of curiosity. Ooh, I can build this item stand. Let's go. We're going to build the stand. Fine wood and bronze nail. Bronze nail. Fine wood. And we are gonna... Yes, we want that one. And it needs to be this way. We're gonna put you right there. Because we're gonna put... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Right there. Right there. He's going on the wall. He's going on the wall. He's going on the wall. He's good. No, I just got home from work and I downloaded it right before I went in. Cool, you can play it now then, son. Like, it's fine. I still drink it, but I want a Coke. I mean, that's fair. I've never been to Jack in the Box. Do they have good Coke? Like, is it like McDonald's Coke? McDonald's Coke is amazing. It's almost like everybody talks about McDonald's Sprite, but McDonald's Coke is like next tier. It's so good. Never made mead, but I have made beer. Ooh, what's that like? I've never made either, but I've drank both. We're going to toss up a couple more trophies just for funsies. If I can find them. They should be around here someplace. We're going to do that one. And we're going to do this one. And we're going to do that one over here. And then this one's going to go over here. Look at it. It's so pretty.
I'm gonna go over here.
You can go over here. And I'm going to go over here. No, it's average. Woof. It's the all-in-one soda fountain, so it's always kind of graveyard flavor. Ugh. Mm-hmm. The mix of everything that makes it then bad, because it tastes like death. AKA, not fun time. Alright, we can put fancy wood back for now. We can put brown snails back for now. We can go ahead and grab out some more wood. And then some more ore to keep doing the smeltings. Because this set is done. Are you trying to get me to place because you want me to join you? I'm not saying you have to join me. I'm probably just going to hang out on my own tonight. But like, we can body double and play the same game in different worlds at the same time together. And then if you have questions about anything, you can ask, and I can give guidance. Do I think you'll need the guidance? No, not really. But it's there should you need it. 24 and 12 make moss bronze. Oh, what should I make next? Because I have the bronze axe. Should I do a bronze pickaxe next? Or should I increase my weaponry and make a bronze sword? Ooh, neither. I changed my mind. I'm going to make the cultivator so I can start farming to make even more foods. That sounds like the smarter option. I need 5 core wood for that. Actually, I'm going to just grab all the core wood because I can probably also have the first upgrade. Cultivator, upgrade, cultivator. Make it better. Yay. I did see the bronze pickaxe was also of the core woods. I'm guessing it's also... No, it is 10 bronze for a pickaxe. Holy wow. Alright, that's going to be the next one, though, after I start a miner farm here in a minute. But... You're going to... move that to right there for now. And then... we can put the bronze away, and we can put the core wood away. Bronze hoe. Unfortunately, you can only make a stone hoe in this game, and I already have it maxed out. It's my best hoe. But there's no bronze hoe, there's no upgrade to the hoe. You just get the hoe for leveling the ground, then you get the cultivator to farm the ground and or plant stuff. Make grass.
Make food.
Make boom boom. Alright, so now we're going to come over here with Leha. And then we're going to make our farm right off the back end of our smelter. So we're going to level all this out. Kind of like that. And then we're going to build up our walls around it. Building, miscellaneous, that one. We're going to go blop, 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 blop. That's in the wrong spot. Mr. Grayling, come fight me, you bish. Not today. Whack. Do the die. Beer isn't hard to make, it's just a lot of temperature control, so if you can make oatmeal, you can make beer. I don't know if I can make oatmeal. I'm not saying I can't. I just don't know if I can make, like, legit oatmeal, because, like, I've only ever made the oatmeal from the oatmeal packet, Quaker Oat style. Apparently I need to raise the... That is so floating right now. Love it. I'm gonna need rock. And I don't have a rock I can just pick up right here. Hey look, a rock I can just pick up right here. Raise ground. Level ground. Yeah. Made it do the thing. In the place. Yay. Woo. I'm gonna have to do that again though, because they're still floating. Is there another rock, or do I need to go actually retrieve rock? Give me rock or give me death. Had a thought, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay, you keep your secrets to yourself, Oro. No más floaty. Yay. Clicky on. There we go. And then pull out the cultivator to cultivate the ground. And go blah, 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 blah. Look at that. Cultivated, ready to be planted. Let's go. How best your hoe do it. Bah, 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 bah. How dare you make me bleed my own blood. Stoned hoe, yeah. You can get 1 to 3 gallon carboy beer making kits on Amazon for pretty cheap. Nice. If I had the time to learn that new skill, I would probably invest it because I feel like making your own beer would ultimately be much cheaper than buying it. Like, I'm not complaining, but it seems like it's raining a lot more at night. Seems like it's rained almost every night since Thursday. I don't want to be like the stereotypical dad, but I kind of want to be the stereotypical dad and just be like, you know, we needed the rain.
Okay, but like we really did though.
There, I'm starting the game. Good job, son. I'm proud of you. Making beer starting out, it costs more, but over time it does even out. I feel like that's the case for most things when it comes to like, hey, I'm learning a skill, building a craft kind of thing. Which is like, that's valid. The real question is, can I make the type of beer that I like to drink to save money in the long run that way? Because I like IPAs, and I feel like that's not the easiest thing to make on your own. Like, we really do, especially in my area, but it's just weird. You know, that's kind of like that almost feels like a conversation that I had in the OR with somebody the other day, where they made the comment that they're just like, the day feels so long and the night feels so short. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of how it works. And like, they also brought up, they're just like, I saw the sun on my way into work this morning. Like, I thought I woke up late and was gonna be late because like I don't see the sun in the morning. It's just like, we're moving into summer. The sun rises earlier now.
Didn't notice that today while I was getting bean up. I was like, oh my god, it's so bright out. Oh my god, it's almost summer. Okay, go.
Yeah. So it's just like, that's how the world works. Making is cheaper than buying microbrew beers, but definitely not cheaper than the big brands. IPAs are easier to make due to the amount of hops used. Ooh, I did not anticipate that. That is a fact. At least I'm hoping it's a fact. That is a thing that I've now heard that I'm like, ooh, I like that. I hope it's true because that would be amazing. I'd be a very happy person. IPAs are pretty easy. You make a good ale, but add way too much hops. I mean, if it truly is that easy, I might have to do this. This might be the thing I do this summer. Hey Vex,
Hi.
can we brew our own beer?
We can give her a good old try.
Yeah. Healthy, 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 healthy. We want all healthy all the way around. Which is all the way around. Is it also through the middle? It is. Let's go. We did the thing and we did it right the first time. Now we got carrots growing. Yeah.
You're a carrot growing.
Listen. Lagers are the hardest since they use a cold fermenting yeast strain. Ooh. There you go. That's the information you need to know.
What?
I want to make the IPA, so I just need to add more hops. You like the lagers and the stouts and whatnot more. So you need a cold fermenting yeast strain.
Yeah, because I don't want to taste like I'm licking hops.
Okay, great. I do, damn it. Let me munch on my grass like the good goat I am. I don't know why I grabbed that. I don't need that yet. Stouts are easy. That's fair. Sucks for me because I like lagers and amber's the best. Damn. Oreo brew stouts. Ooh. I like what I'm hearing. Sounds like if I run into questions, I can just be like, hey, learn me the stuffs. I almost feel like I want to start running back around over here to see if I can find the trader. Just so I can cheat the system early. Actually, hold on. What do I have for bone fragments? If any. 32? Oh, hell yeah, I can upgrade with that. Let's go. We're gonna upgrade the club. Never mind, the club is already upgraded as far as it can be that for what I currently have available. Never mind then. I didn't want to upgrade the club anyways. So that can just go back in there. It goes back there. Alright. We gonna go run around and see if we can't find us some decent-ish resources. And maybe a trader. Because why not? Because that needs to grow. The bees need to make more honey. And we can collect dandelions while we're out here. Just for funsies. Lager comes from German as the word for basically a cold storage pantry where they would ferment the beer. Interesting. Look at that. Y'all are teaching me stuff today. Honestly, it would amaze me if you didn't have a local homebrew supply store near you, seeing as you live in the beer state. That is so fair. Fun enough. There's actually a brewery, microbrewery, something sort of. I won't even know. Would it be a pub?
What are you thinking of?
The one that's literally right down the street, off River.
I think that's considered a pub. I don't know if it's because you're talking about what, Trippers?
No, it's new. Like it opened 5 years ago, maybe 6 at this point.
If it's newer, I think it's probably a microbrewery because they started getting really popular within like the last 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I want to say it's around that time frame, like 5 to 6 years old, because they opened like a month before Jesse started looking to buy his house, and then he bought a house right down the street from it because they opened, and he went and checked it out opening day. It was just like, this is actually really nice. I like it here. And he bought a membership thing with them, I guess, because they have a Stein membership where they made him his own custom beer stein, glass beer stein, and etched his name into it with his member number, because it was only open to like the first 1,000 people or something like that.
That feels extra as fuck.
Yep.
That feels microbrewery.
Yeah. He spent like $200 on it, and it gets him 15% off anything that he fills the glass with every time he goes. But yeah. Used to hop out to there with him a lot back in the day, back when they first opened. But then he got married and had kids and got busy, which is fair and valid. Like,
Was this the dude that I met the other day?
yes.
He looks like a microbrewery guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all about the IPAs and like he likes local brew stuff. He's a big proponent of Atwater, which is a Michigan-based brewery company.
When I say that, I don't mean that to be shady. He just doesn't look like the type of dude that would want to sit in like a low vibes pub.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like the type of dude that would post pictures on his Instagram of the new microbrewery he just went to after he plays frisbee golf.
I don't want to tell you that it was also a typical pastime of us to go play disc golf while drinking a fifth of bourbon. We would bring a fifth of bourbon with us and a 12-pack of whatever, a 6 and or 12-pack of whatever IPA that we found. Usually 2 6-packs, because IPAs generally don't sell in 12-packs. And we'd go disc golfing, and the fifth and the IPAs would be gone before we finished the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can feel the judgment that you're looking at the back of my head with right now.
No, you got a real nice back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it.
Yeah. I haven't brewed in a while because it's so hot here the last few years. That's so valid, though. Really? Now I've got Greylings messing with me too. Y'all need to just leave me alone. I'm trying to kill this troll without it killing me. And y'all are just being rude. With a shaman, are you for cereal right now? Like, and you're gonna heal the troll, you dick! Making this so much more difficult than it needs to be. Why?
Kill the shaman.
I'm going to. There are so many dwarves here. What the fuck? This went from 0 to 100 real fucking fast.
This is what happens when they yearn for the mines and they can't beat in the mines.
I'm gonna not get hit. Let's go. I'm poisoned for a brief moment because shamans are assholes with a ranged attack, but like, goddamn. There's so many of them. This is stupid. They're all throwing stones at me. I didn't sign up for this shit. I just wanted to find the traitor.
Because they know that you rock. Nah.
I'm so mad at you. Alright. Whack the shaman. Get rid of the shaman so he stops healing things. There we go. No more shaman. Alright. Eat through the dwarves. No more dwarves. Get rid of the dwarves.
Why are we eating dwarves?
Because they need to die.
Don't eat them.
I got rid of them all. They are of the dead, and it made me happy. Anyways, now that that's done, and I can go back to reading chat because there's a lot that happened that I missed now. Do we need to add a beer fat command for Oro and I? Hell yeah, we do. That sounds very worth it. Yeah, the Beerstein membership thing, very worth it. I tried getting in on it, but I was too late because he told me about it after he got his, and then the next time that we went, they already sold all of these subscriptions they were offering. So I missed out on it. I have 5 breweries in my town with another 8 within an hour drive. Nice. That almost sounds like you live by me. Mm-hmm. Son likes wheat ales and lagers personally. Those are all valid options. Wheat ales are good though. Like after IPA, I usually go to a wheat ale after that. There are a few breweries here and a couple distilleries. Nice. Wheat ales are good. Do you have personal favorites, son? Leave the trolls alone. They aren't bothering you. Actually, he was. I was just trying to run by to go find the trader, and then the troll was just like, nah, I'm gonna start just trying to smush you into nothingness. And I found that offensive. Did not appreciate. I attempted to fistfight boars. Did it work? Were you successful? Oro, that was bad, Vex. Guessing it didn't end well, son? I think it ended well. I think son is alive and prospering like the good being that they are.
Prospering is a strong word. Homie is surviving on 3 hours of sleep a night and spite, okay?
You'll... Son, nope, I died. Damn. Was it a group of boars or a singular boar? I'm not a good being. I feel like that is a false statement. I feel like you are a good being, but just like have some not good being tendencies. There's a difference between like not being a good person versus just not always doing the best thing, if that makes sense.
You can fuck up and still be a good being.
PNW, abbreviation that I don't know. So the second most beer happy region. What?
Pacific Northwest.
Pacific Northwest. Thank you. See, this is why I keep you around. You teach me the things I don't know.
I also make you fajitas.
I mean, true. They were so fucking good. Oh my god. Yeah, second most beer happy region of the country. Let's go. So I'm guessing second north behind that of us, maybe? I don't know my geographies, okay? Those are words and they mean things.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
So valid. Your boos also mean nothing because I don't care if I make you cheer.
Noted.
Yo. Sunfire wants a fajita. That's valid. They're fucking delicious. Unfortunately, there's going to be none left.
There were still 2 containers of fajita meat. Granted, there's still quite a bit of like the juice, and I wanted to make sure I left that in there so they didn't dry out in the fridge. But like,
Raven only keeps Vex around for the food. That's not 100% true. It's a nice perk, but there's more than that. She supports me in my goals and endeavors and encourages me to be successful and do well. Between her and all y'all yelling at me to do my homework all the damn time and hyping me up every time I do good on my tests and shit, I'm gonna graduate with good standing and maybe even... I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get like valedictorian or shit like that, because like that's a big ask. But I can at least graduate on like dean's and or president's list and still have a high standing, you know? Like I can finish in a top percentage of my class. That is something I feel confident in with all y'all support. So thank all of you for that. Like, you guys are amazing. No, he also keeps them around to grab things from low shelves. Also true. I will absolutely not break my back to grab something off the bottom shelf and let the short one do it for me.
I feel like this is just because you need this shit.
It 1000% is, but in the same vein, you also use me to grab stuff that's too tall for you to reach. So like,
you yell at me for jumping on the counter.
Exactly.
I don't.
AKA, you use me to...
Don't do that. We're in our 30s. We don't recover as quickly.
Wait, we're supposed to recover?
Yes, freaking therapy.
Hey, when was I supposed to get this notice?
Y'all go to therapy?
Y'all get to recover? What? What's that like? I like how those gray dwarf eyes are full. So we're gonna throw more right there, because why not? And then we have a stone chest over here. We have thistle over here. Why did I not see that earlier? The fur cones, though, I need to find a random spot to throw those. I don't know if or when I'm gonna use them, but they're there. They're doing a thing. They're hanging out.
They're doing stuff.
Yeah. Stealth supports him from the bottom. Yeah, you do your homework, but not your duo. Listen! I'll start a streak on duo again soon, maybe. Let me finish my finals. I got a final this week and one next week, and then I'll probably start doing the duo again.
Next week after that too.
What?
You'll have a final the next week.
No, I won't have one after that. I got 2 classes right now, so I got 2 finals, because the one class ends this week on Friday. The other one ends next week on Friday. So I got a final this week, a final next week, and then a week off, and then my spring/summer classes start, and then I'm in class for 8 weeks after that before my next final. What's recovering? That's my question. Bad knees come with the territory of being Saskatchewan. Exactly. Am of the tall.
Saskatchewanadian, got it.
You. Bad knees, back. Just living another day in this hellhole, right? Ugh. I just killed a Greyling. Way to go, son. Proud of you. After the resurrection, does Duolingo still have Klingon? Yes, Reed. Duo does in fact still have Klingon.
Is that other fantasy languages? Like, do they have Elvish?
No, unfortunately. Yep. Only one that it has, at least as of the last time I looked, the only one it has is Klingon. They may have added more since, maybe, because like the last time I looked was like a little over a year ago.
Planet bullshit.
Son, my knees are shit. Mine too, homie. Saskatchewan, as in like Bigfoot? Kinda, yeah. Oro says that Duo has high Valerian. Or is that Valyrian? Or is it both?
Valerian?
Valerian? Valrien. Valerian
I
is
feel like
how
it's
I'm reading.
Valerian.
Like, I know words. Not that one, but I know words. I got the badness for knees and back. Yo. Same here, homie. Lower back and knees are flipping killer. It's so great. I put honey over here. Alright, let's look at this. Again, that is all of the that needs necktail, which I have a couple of those. Cauldron, boar meat, and that. Cooking station is just throwing raw meat on to cook. I feel like there was something that I don't currently have access to. I feel like it comes after an upgrade that will be for the deer meat. I don't remember if it's raw deer meat or cooked deer meat, though, and that's the part I'm upset about. Because I would like to know. Anyway, we're gonna go back this way now that it's a new day and it's early in the day. And we're gonna keep trying to find this traitor. Valerian, language from Game of Thrones. Ooh. I did not read the books nor finish the TV series. I don't know enough about Game of Thrones. I watched the first 2 seasons, either 2 or 3 maybe, and I read like the first half of the first book. I'm beating trees with a club. I mean, you might be there a while, but technically it works. Use an axe and stones are lying on the ground to make it with. That part. Because, like, even just traveling, like, in general, you can make a stone axe just wherever you are. Wood and stone, you can find stone on the ground. I get paid for the badness from my knees, back, and ears. Nice! I don't get paid for mine. I just get to suffer through it. And when I start complaining about it, saying, oh, I'm in too much pain, I need to sit down, I get yelled at to keep standing up because I'm in surgery and sitting down is not considered sterile. That's a good choice to not watch the end of the series, honestly. It was less of a choice and more of a I lost interest and or got too busy and couldn't finish watching it. It wasn't a like, hey, I'm just not going to watch this anymore. It was a... It wasn't entertaining enough at the spot where I stopped watching it. I don't know. I don't remember if it was a... I stopped watching because I was waiting for the next season and just never went back to it. Because I remember I did start watching it when it just came out. But I don't remember if I was like up to date when I stopped watching. And then life just was lifing and I got busy and didn't watch it. Oro never watched Game of Thrones. And same, only got halfway through the first book. Nice. Look at us out here twinning inadvertently. We went downhill after season 4 and dropped off a cliff for the final season. Woof. How does something that gets so much traction perform so badly as if they don't know what the people want? Because, like, there's plenty of people that voice their opinion about it when it got as popular as it did when it did. Like, I feel like they would have known what was going on and what they should have been doing. I'll show you a sterile environment. You don't need to. I see it every day at work. I help create it because I clean the shit and then make it do the thing. Oh, hey, look, a skeleton. He's going to try and chase me. I'm going to not run and hide from him because the burial chamber has a big block in front of it and I can't actually get in. Love that for me. But here's a spawner. We love the fact that we found a spawner. I'm going to do a little swimmy swim over here for a moment. Because they won't follow me in the water. At least not to the point where they're going to attack me. And then we're going to click either that. We're going to zoom in. And then right there. Spawner. That way I can come back and find it later. Y'all need to stop whacking me when I'm swimming, okay? How is the skeleton following me in the water? I'm scared. I'm gonna run away now. I'll also eventually get more tin ore because I need more to make more bronze. I came in either at the right moment or the wrong time. That is a fair assessment, Furfur, but hello. Hi, how's it going? Glad to see you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. For some of us, we're halfway through the week. For other people like me, tomorrow's my Friday. I got 1 day left and then 3 days off. Carrot seeds, we want those. We also want this thistle over here.
Dirt seeds for a second. I was like,
Oh yeah, give me them dart seeds.
we have dark seeds.
Technically, all seeds are dirt seeds because seeds go in the dirt. Always at the right time, Furfur. Yo. I swear, I'm gonna find this trader or die trying. Probably gonna be the latter of dying trying, but you know, we doing a thing. We hanging out. They outran where the book's covered, and then the waiters had a guaranteed. The writers had a guaranteed contract, but also had a contract to write the Star Wars sequels after it ended. So they just speed ran to an ending without caring about quality. That's garbage. I don't like that. I feel like when it comes to writers, especially for something that has so much popularity as that, like, well, yes, I would imagine there's multiple different producers that would want those writers because, oh, you're doing so well with this story, that story, and what have you. But you shouldn't be able to do more than one big story at a time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shouldn't be able to, like, in that instance, you shouldn't be able to do Game of Thrones and Star Wars at the same time. I feel like those should be separate. I would really appreciate it if y'all would stop throwing stones at me. And just, well, to do a thing, and y'all are getting in the way and causing me grief, and I don't like it. I just want to find the traitor. That's all I want. I just want to find the traitor. There was a comment made by the Hugin earlier days ago and was just like, hey, the trader is a dude that has spoils and goods that you can get from him. So now I'm just trying to find him, and y'all are just being mean about it. Oh, hey, look, another troll with a troll cave. Lucky you, I don't have a day off till Sunday. Woof. Yeah, I have a consistent set schedule as the extern student in training that I currently am. So I work Monday through Thursday, 4 10s every week, and then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. It never changes unless I ask it to change. So there's that. When I'm actually hired and no longer a student, that will change. And my schedule will no longer be a set Monday through Thursday, same hours every day. It'll probably be same hours of 10-hour shifts, but it's gonna switch. And like one week I'll have Tuesday off, but then the next week I'll have a Friday off, and then the week after that I'll have a Monday off, and like it's gonna bounce around all over the place. And then I'll also be put into the on-call rotation where I'll have call on my day off during the week as well as potentially on the weekend. And depending on how that goes, and if I do in fact get called in, then I might go quite some time without a day off also. So don't currently live that lifestyle, but I might soon. So many blueberries. Blueberries. What about that human speed? It's not supposed to go in the dirt. It's always supposed to go in the dirt. Technically, it goes into dirt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, right? It eventually goes in the dirt. It's a well-matured seed by then, but it goes in the dirt. I was half anticipating you to back there to just be like, I'm so mad at you for that. And then you
If
didn't say
paying
nothing.
attention. I'm talking to Volcrum shit with Cody right now.
Ah. That's what I thought. Go away, skeleton. Don't hit me. You hit me. How dare. Today is the last day of my weekend. Let's go. I hope you are enjoying the last day of your weekend. There's a skeleton just right there in front of me, and I'm not going to fuck with him right now. Like, the showrunners should have worked with them to buy them out of the Game of Thrones contract and find other writers who want to do a good job with it. That's fair. That would be an acceptable alternative to what I had suggested of the, hey, you can't work on more than one big show at a time. Or my work week has been set for the last 3 years at Sunday, Thursday, Friday. Nice. Look at you go. Alright. Now that we ate, we gained some health. Back into the wilderness. Back doing some more run-ins trying to find this damn trader. He's got to be around here someplace. I know he's going to be along the shoreline because that's part of the mechanic of what the trader is he's somewhere near the shoreline. So if I just keep hanging out and following the shoreline, in theory, I should see him on the map at some point. And then I can just run to him and do the thing. I have greylings running around me, but they aren't attacking me. Yeah, greylings are weird. Like, they will be aggressive and, like, they will aggro to you. But, like, they run in, they take a swipe, and then they, like, run around in weird little half figure eights for a little bit before they turn around, make a beeline for you again, swipe at you again, then start running around again, make you chase them and shit. It's stupid. It was also rough because, in my opinion, they didn't even do that great of a job on the Star Wars movies. That's also fair. Like, watch party watched them. I was part of that part of the watch party still. Got to watch the Star Wars movies with everybody before my schedule changed, and
18 just redeemed fact.
Anything after movie 6 with the original 3 is not that great to me. Like, Rogue One is and then everything after that is just I'm not into it. Anything after the original 6 and episode 6, I'm just like meh. Oh, it's because I'm holding a torch. Yeah, that too. Holding a torch does in fact scare them away. And then Reed wants a fact. All right, more facts. We talked about the saphenous vein and the varicose vein. We talked about ankles already. That was another case I did today. Ooh, we can talk about graphs. Graphs are cool. Hydrate.
Hero07 just redeemed hydrate.
Rogue One was okay. I enjoyed Solo. The Raid trilogy was just rough. That part I agree with. The Raid trilogy was rough. Yeah, the Stealth Dead. I have a skin graph. Nice. This is not a skin graph. This is a bypass graph.
This is a bar graph.
Yeah. Now this is a bypass graph. Specifically, the case that I was in today and the graph that was placed was a femoral popliteal artery graft. So again, it's in the leg. Femoral artery is in the leg. So we went from femoral artery just inferior to the groin itself. Inferior is below. So we went slightly below the groin into the femoral artery, and we passed the graft, essentially creating a new artificial vein. From that spot, down into the popliteal artery, which is a branch off of your femoral artery in your lower leg, below your knee. We passed that through the tissue, down through the leg, around the knee, into essentially the calf area, and re-secured it back to the popliteal artery down in the lower leg, because there was something going on in patient's leg that was blocking the blood flow. And this is actually when / how I broke the curse, as per mentioned in my Go Live notification for anybody that got to see it. Because I've been cursed to not see an endarterectomy, which is the open excision and removal of plaque from a vein or artery, some sort of blood vessel. There were 3 different times that I was supposed to take part in an endarterectomy. Specifically, they were all carotid endarterectomies. All of them either got switched to a different room so I didn't get to do it, or were canceled by either patient or surgeon. So I didn't get to do them. And I was just like, I'm cursed. I'm never going to get to see one of these. But then in this graft case that we did, part of the problem for why we needed to do the graft in the area and in the first place was because of plaque buildup. And it was severe enough to the point where they had to do the endarterectomy just to even place the graft in the first place. So I got to see one today on top of doing the skin graft. Or not skin graft. I read Stealth's comment of skin graft. But on top of doing the bypass graft. So yeah, that's the other case I did today. There's your medical fact. Bypass grafts. When your veins stop doing the vein things, we just put a hole in it and attach a graft to it and put it someplace else where you do still have blood flow. That's a lot of gray dwarfs chasing you. Yeah, I know. They don't want to leave me alone. They don't want me to find the traitor. They're being the big rude, and I don't appreciate it. Like, I'm just trying to run the coastline, find the traitor, get some good shit, and they're just all over here like, nah, homie. We gonna be rude about it. I'm gonna mark this spawner before they start spawning in, and then just run past it. Since I didn't have something chasing me in that immediate moment this time. I'm starting to, like, with the exception of the pre-surgery anxiety that I felt today, I'm starting to feel comfortable and actually find enjoyment in vascular surgery. I don't think it's enough to make me want to consider changing my specialty in the future. But I think it'd at least be fun to, like, scrub in and work on now as a surgical tech prior to getting into med school and everything and doing my rotations for that then. Because eventually the pre-surgery nerves will go away. When I get more comfortable and like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I've done XYZ X amount of times. And then I'll be fine. It's just a matter of getting to that point, because today was only my 2nd official day in vascular surgery. So it's still very new to me. Learning all of the things, like, because it's one thing to go over the information like in class that I've already done and like the information you gain from that, versus actually being in the room and doing the thing as the surgery is happening and actually handling anything that comes up as it does. Like, if, like, as you're dissecting down to the area you're working on and you end up snipping an extra artery or vessel of some sort that you weren't supposed to touch, and then having to quickly make a repair on it so that patient doesn't lose too much blood, this, that, and the other. Like, it gets stressful. Like, there's so much that could potentially go wrong so quickly, especially like the carotid endarterectomy that I mentioned, that I still haven't gotten to see that specific one. Like, that is a high risk case for rupture, which would be bad, especially because we're actively operating on the carotid artery itself. So it's like, it can be stressful. lecture learning versus hands-on is very different. Exactly. Like, even when it's not direct lecture, because like we would have interactive videos and whatnot. Granted, it's still not like hands-on, like actually being in the room, so that there's still a difference. But yeah, it's huge difference of like, hey, we're learning this from the book, or getting a lecture, or watching a video on it where we have to select the appropriate step that comes next, versus actually being in the room and then actively doing the thing is kind of wild. Like, I still have moments where I'm just like, I'm allowed to do this? Like, me, of all people, who, like, I read a book and I did some practice assignments and passed a couple tests, and now you're just like, I'm part of the team that very much puts other people's lives in their hand to try and fix them and make them better and heal them from whatever may be wrong. Like, it's wild to me that, like, this is a thing that I'm capable of doing. Stop hitting me. I'm just trying to mark resources for me to come back and get later. Hopefully, maybe, probably not, because I feel like I'm very far away from where my base is at this point, because I've been walking forever. Yeah, I'm very far away from my base. Like, it's all the way over there. And I'm all the way over here. And it's getting dark, which is going to make this so much fun. We might be popping a squat someplace for the night. Ooh, meadows! We like meadows. Hey, look, it's a boar. Should I let it kill me to make Sun feel better? Sorry, I didn't let it kill me. Admittedly, I didn't think I was going to be able to one-shot it, and then I did. I see an outhouse. We're going to go hide in it. It's going to be great, and we're all going to have a good time. Because we're going to find the door. There's the door. We're going to go in the door. We're going to close the door, and we're going to sit right here. And on that note, while I'm sitting right there in there, I'm also going to take a real life break as this kind of just passes time through the night, because I too also just have to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Just give me like not even 5 minutes. And we're back. And it's still nighttime. Didn't quite get through the night like I was hoping. And that's okay. Aura with a hydrate instant.
Zero07 just
Thanks,
redeemed
Oro.
hydrate.
One of the medical dramas I watched during a neurosurgery pre-surgery walkthrough, or timeout, official term is timeout. When all of the staff is in the room talking about the surgery, they had one where it said, remember, we are not gods, we are only healing hands, or something to that effect. Thanks, Oro. Welcome back to all of y'all as well. I mean, that's a cute thing. That is very much a show thing. I've worked with 13 different surgeons now. Not a single one has said anything to that effect in the timeout. The timeout is an official documented procedure where you go over who the patient is, the procedure that they're doing, the location of the procedure, and that all consents are signed, and then any allergies needed and any medications given before the surgery starts. That is all of the information shared at the time. Any pep talk type things such as that would come post timeout, not part of the actual timeout itself, because it's an official documented thing, and there are inspections that are done by state and federal government types that verify that you are in fact doing them correctly. Burb is back from BRB. Yo. I'm allergic to bullshit. Does that count? Sure. It's not going to be brought up because it's not a medical diagnosis, but sure. Hey, it was a while since I seen that scene, so I don't remember it fully. Nice. That's fair that you don't remember it fully. I'm not criticizing you and your remembrance of the scene. I was just giving the information of what a timeout is and what goes into it. I'm not saying that you're wrong or that the show is wrong. I mean, if that was part of the actual timeout in the show, then the show is in fact wrong. But like it's a show. They're not gonna always be right. There's a reason why it's a show. It's there for entertainment. And like there's nothing wrong with a medical show doing that for the sake of the entertainment value and like the wholesome moment of making people feel comforted about surgery, because that is a big anxiety for a lot of people, is actually being in like going under the knife for surgery. So seeing stuff like that on TV can be comforting, which is part of why shows do it. But in terms of medical legal accuracy, it wouldn't be part of the official timeout. I like watching them. I don't watch it for the facts. That's fair. And I don't like, I'm not dogging on you for that. I was just sharing the information to help teach people. Also, additional fun fact to like add into the essence of like, hey, for the sake of learning stuff, the pre-surgery timeout is most commonly done after the patient is already put under anesthesia and is fast asleep, because it's the thing that you have to do before the official surgery starts and before the first incision is made. So it's like you bring the patient in, you get the patient positioned on the table, you do all of the stuff for draping and prepping and like being ready to go, establishing the sterile field. Patient is put to sleep by anesthesia, and then you have the timeout, and then the surgeon asks for the knife and you start doing it. Because that's why the consents are all signed beforehand. If there's not a signed consent, then the patient never enters the room in the first place. That's at least standard practice anyways. There's some exceptions to that in terms of like emergency type situations where consent may not be officially signed by the patient, but there is still consent given, either verbal consent from next of kin that has some sort of medical power of attorney over the patient, and or more than one physician that is not the operating physician looking at the patient and like giving their own exam of the patient, being like, hey, this patient needs this procedure, or they like very negative things will happen, whether it be loss of life or something else, at which point that will forego a signed consent from the patient for the procedure. I'm just picturing a surgical team doing locker room style pump up speech. There are some surgeons that do that. There's actually one that we have at our facility who there are 2 techs that he works with fairly consistently. And every morning when everybody gets there at the start of the day, like before even like prepping the room and setting up the room and bringing in the patient or anything like that, they'll meet in whatever room they're given for the day, and they'll sit there and have their own little pep talk with each other, and they have their own little handshake, and they always like they correlate their scrub caps and will match their scrub caps that they wear each day. Like they have their own group chat to talk about it and do the thing, and they'll have their own little pep talk and handshake before they start setting up for the first case of the day. So like that is a thing that does happen. It's just not while the patient's anywhere nearby. So when I was in my first surgery, when they were doing my fasciotomy, I had one extra doctor in there. They were there to do the check to make sure that the compartment syndrome didn't go up my leg into my calf. When I saw him, I was like, hey, surfer dude. All right. Just hanging out, doing a thing. Verb stretch. Why do I gotta stretch?
Be stretches.
Besides the fact that I haven't made a stretch points redemption thing, why do I gotta stretch? That sounds like something you would do. I mean, it's not something I wouldn't do. I haven't made any decisions as to how I'm going to run my OR as a physician because I'm still seeing so many different things from so many different physicians and teams, and there's so many more that I'm going to see still into the future. So it's like I haven't made any decisions about what or how I will do things, other than the fact of like doing the surgery itself the proper and correct way. But I feel like that's a given. It sounds wholesome. That it does. Himmler. I don't know why the server was stopped. I just saw that. It's back up and running. Thanks, Mel. I'm on my own personal world just for funsies anyways, because I wanted to find the trader and do the things. But thank you for fixing the server that I didn't even know was down to begin with. You're amazing. We love you. Like, I just want to find the trader because it said that he should be around here someplace. There was the fun little Hugin pop-up saying, "Oh look, the trader." So now I've been searching the Black Forest trying to find him, while also marking all of the new fun things that I'm finding along the way. I still have quite a bit of carry weight space. I wasn't aware of that. I don't have inventory slot space, but I have carry weight space. So I'm gonna grab more of these blueberries from right here. I was gonna mark these blueberries. Mr. Skeleton, that is rude. I need you to not chop my blueberry bushes that I'm trying to mark to make sure I can come back to later for more blueberries. Hi, Mommy, Dad. Hoop. Oh no. My raspberry almost ran out. I'm booting into the server now. Yay! Doing stuffs and things on the server. Funny enough, I'm probably going to be calling it a night here soon because it's late and I still have to get up at 5 a.m., which for my time is 6.5 hours from now. Oh, speaking of, my schedule changes next week.
For what?
Because I'm going to Harrison. Harrison has a different start time. I'll be going in at 7 instead of 6:30. And I'll be out at 5:30 instead of 5 because it's still 10-hour days.
Gross.
Yup. So just so you're aware of that change.
It's not a big change, but it's a big change.
That part. I am not going to like it because I'm just going to keep getting up at 5 a.m. anyways. Especially because I know I'm eventually coming back to my facility instead of going to the other one. And so I'm going to have to go back to the 6:30 a.m. start time anyways. So I'm just still going to get up at 5 a.m. It just means essentially I'm at work a half hour longer before I get to be home and take a cat nap. So it's kind of a little gross. Not much better, but a tiny bit more sleep. Yeah, as stated, probably not. Like, in theory, could get more sleep. Actively, probably not going to get more sleep, though. The big change is going to be that I'm going to go from doing 3 or 4 surgeries in a day to like 8. Because the other facility that I'll be going to with the different start time does general surgery. And with the exception of a full open belly case, as long as it remains a minimally invasive case, they're very fast. Like half hour, 45 minutes tops. So you get a lot more done in a day. Rocking that 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. Let's go, Reed. Love it so much. I used to do 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. When I worked sterile processing before I became a scrub tech. There's a chance that I might get onto a 3-day, 12-hour shift schedule when I finish training. But for training, it's 410s right now. I had the option of 5/8s or 410s, and I was just like, I would rather take 3 days off and just have to work 2 hours extra each day that I work. So I chose the 410s. It sounded like the better option. And now 6-day weeks for a bit because coworker quit with no notice. Love that. We don't, but like, love that. I believe you made that comment the other day of how for the next couple months until you get your new people, you're stuck with longer schedules and or more routes or something like that, I believe, if I recall correctly. 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. is Oro's schedule. That is a little rough. 11 hours. I'm at least reading that as 11 hours because like my shift is 6:30 to 5 as a 10-hour shift because we have a half-hour unpaid break, which is where that extra half hour comes from. I'm assuming yours is the same. Stealth. I lost it. It got moved. Stealth works 6:30 to 5 when they work. Hey, that's the same I'm currently on. It's so great, right? From the read to the mail. If you need gray dwarf eyes, I have them. I have portals, and I have 8 in my chest in my base. You're welcome to steal them. Ooh. My extra day should be a kind of 10-hour, kind of 6-hour day. How does that work? It's about an hour, then wait for about 3 hours, then about 5 more hours. That, I mean, that makes sense. It's not so much a like kind of 10, kind of 6. It's like a, hey, you have an hour of work to do. You get a 3-hour break because you're waiting for the next person in line to do their thing in order for you to continue yours before then finishing yours. Which, like, that's kind of how surgery is too. Because, like, I'll get scheduled to a room. I'll do the first surgery, like, set up and everything, do the first surgery, and then I have to wait for other people to turn over the room in order to set up the next one. So because of that, like I do the surgery, I'll work for like however long the surgery takes, which can be anywhere from 45 minutes to 8 hours, and then sit there and wait for half hour, 45 minutes for them to turn the room over and then do it all over again for whatever procedure is scheduled next. Tomorrow's probably going to be a 12+ hour day for the sun. Woof. Tomorrow will be a 10-hour day for me, and it is stopping at that because it's my last day of the week, and as a student, they don't allow me overtime. So, as of today, I finished at 30 hours, so I'll be working 10 hours tomorrow to hit 40 and then go home. I don't get to stay over for anything. I might leave early, depending on what the schedule looks like. I actually didn't look at the schedule ahead of time before I left today to see how busy we are tomorrow and if I might have the opportunity to leave early or not. Chances are I don't, because we have 3 of our 5 neurosurgeons are currently on vacation. The fourth one, this is not their surgery block week. They only have 1 surgery block week a month, based off of how they run their practice. So they have 1 week of surgery and then 3 weeks of clinics and seeing patients in the office.
96 just redeemed fact.
So, and this is not their surgery week, so we have 1 neurosurgeon working, and that neurosurgeon doesn't work with students.
Sunfire
So I'm not. Ooh, I found the trader!
Hydrate.
Fuck yeah! So wants a hydrate and a fact. I will give you that in a moment. I'm gonna keep running from these gray doors for a second to the trader, because the trader is a safe space, and they aren't gonna come and bug me there. So I'm gonna get to the trader, and I'm gonna be a happy little bean for a moment and hang out with the trader, and then I will do the things. But as I was saying about the neurosurgeons, because there's only 1 operating this week, and he only operates Monday, Wednesdays. Tomorrow's Thursday, so he's not operating, which means that the board is open for ortho to do ortho stuff, and they've been going at it this week. Fuck yeah, the trader. So the belt, $9.50. That's not terrible. I'm gonna just sit here for a minute and just be happy, and we're gonna revel in the new music. But yeah, so ortho surgeons are going crazy this week. A normal day with all of our surgeons in normal rotation, we would have anywhere from 22 to 26 cases in a day, with 18 of them being ortho based usually. This week, because of all the neurosurgeons being gone, all of the ortho surgeons are trying to double book themselves, where they go from one room into a different room and then back. They flip-flop back and forth for a faster turnover time. Instead of having that half-hour, 45-minute wait in between cases, they can just go straight into the next one and have a different team ready in the next room. So because of that, we've had no less than 28 surgeries per day, and the vast majority, like 22 or more, being ortho. Ortho cases are big, with a lot of trays. It's a lot of work. We've been very busy. And because they're bigger cases, usually take a little bit longer, anywhere in the realm of an hour and a half to 3 hours a piece, depending on what exactly it is you're working on, as well as who the surgeon is, because all of them are a little, like, they vary on how quickly they get stuff done. There's the hydrate. But because of that, surgery's been going on all day. Haven't had the chance to leave early all week, with the exception of, what, yesterday was it that I left a half hour early? And that was only because the only surgeon that was still operating yesterday was a visiting surgeon, and they don't put students with visitors. All the rest had finished because they had smaller ortho cases that day. Or tomorrow's going to be 13 hours for me. Friday will be closer to 14. Ooh. Long days, homie. Godspeed. Hope you make it. But now for the fact. Ooh. Anterior laminectomies, discectomies. It's a type of neurosurgery. They go in through the belly to operate on the spine. In doing so, the way that you gain access to the spine is you go off the midline, so you're off center, usually on the left lower quadrant of the stomach. That way you can stay away from the appendix and all of the fun things over on the right side. So you stay usually on the left side, just off center from the umbilicus, which is your belly button. And they'll dissect down through your stomach from there to gain access to the spine and like give you kind of like an angled view. So like stomach straight up and down, you'll come in at an angle like this into the spine in order to remove the disc and place any implants. It is one of the most difficult neurosurgery spine implant cases to perform, because everything is done at an angle instead of just direct into the space. And the way a lot of implants are made are they're slotted. So you put in a bracket, which then has the slots for the actual implant to go slide into to maintain the space of whatever you pulled out from the discectomy. And when you're trying to put straight slots in at a slant and make it line up how it's supposed to actually function appropriately, is not fucking easy. And that's why it takes 7 hours to do. It's terrible. Doctor left or patient left? I figure there's probably important to not mix up. That is true. It is important to not mix up. Anytime you talk about positioning and where something is happening, it is always an orientation to the patient. So when I say left lower quadrant, it is left lower quadrant of the patient. So looking at your own stomach, you will be looking at the left side. Your appendix is on the right. We want to stay away from that if we can, because we don't want to accidentally rupture it. That would be bad. I'll be fine. I have a couple Celsius. Way to go, Oro. Can't say 100% approve, but like I also can't like give a shit about it because I will eat sugar and drink soda, and that's not exactly better. At least Celsius technically has what, protein powder or whatever in it?
What?
Celsius?
It's pre-workout.
Yeah, pre-workout. So protein. Level 5 pachinko. Let's go. I had a 3 earlier. Alright, we found the trader. Trader is now marked on the map. And he's so close to the... Why did it give me the little notification saying that the trader was a thing, like, right here? Making me think it was going to be more northeast. So I went all the way the fuck up there. Just for him to be fucking southeast. The fuck? This is some garbage. I am now of the upsets. Also, I'm now calling it Tree Chinko. Nice. Just like the Meluendos, it's Tree Chinko now. I've never tried Celsius. I'm a monster guy myself. Nice. I have tried Celsius because I've stolen drinks from that one Celsius a couple times. It's not bad. It's certainly not my go-to. It's not something that I personally am gonna like go out of my way to have, but I'm also not much of an energy drink person at all. Like I don't drink Monsters or Red Bull or anything of that sort. Soda. Give me a Mountain Dew and some form of candy and I'm happy. Like, I have a real bad sweet tooth, so I go with the sugary sodas and the candy. That is where I get my false energy from on my especially long days. That was weird. Ma tried to hold that statement saying I'm definitely stealing that because Tree Chinko is goated. It was flagging it for a race or identity thing. I don't know if it's because chink is in the word, but like, how is it that? Well, no, I know why Mel was probably able to, because Mel is noted in my mods. Or Patrinko. Patrinko could also work. Tree Chinko does sound a little bit better, but Patrinko is also a very valid option. Son, I like both Celsius and Monster. Good for you. It's nice to have options. Oh, that's a steep cliff ravine thing right there. Yeah, I was confused what Automod didn't like. I'm not sure either. Like I said, I think it's because it had chink in the word, but like, who knows? Either way, I allowed the message to go through, so it's fine. It's like it's in reference to what we're talking about. It's not hate speech. We're just coming up with our own names. The only energy drink I don't like is Ghost. Why? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your taste preferences. I'm just curious. Also, to go along with that, what is Ghost? I haven't heard of it. Almost there. Tired of running in the dark. I am almost there. Yay. There's a steep ass fucking cliff I'm trying to run through though. My only experience with Ghost was drinking one after being up for 36 hours and taking a big old caffeine nap on a plane. Alright. I've only been on a plane 3 times in my life and slept none of them. Most people might be surprised, but I am of the tall, and most planes don't work well with the me existing, because they're not made for tall people. So I can never get comfortable enough to sleep, on top of the fact of when it comes to planes and crowds and like being around a bunch of strangers and people I don't know, it takes a while for me to even get comfortable to sleep, regardless of actual physical position comfortability. And the 2.5 hour plane ride that I took, because all 3 times it was to the same place from the same place, so each time it was 2.5 hours. And that's not long enough for me to get sociably comfortable with those around me to be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna start snoring in front of you now.
I think the only time I've ever fallen asleep on a plane was either between Boston and Dubai or between Dubai and Colombo. It was one of the 2 of them. I can't remember which one, but it was like the plane was fucking massive,
Mm-hmm.
and there was almost nobody in it.
Wow.
So I had an entire row to myself where I like picked up the armrests on all of them and just slept in the seat.
Nice.
Like I took 8 hours.
Well, damn.
I was like, I'm gonna take a nap right here.
I'm taking a break here.
No, it had to be it was between Dubai and Colombo, because between Boston and Dubai, I sat next to a lady who was watching me scroll through baby pictures of Bean, because I took this trip when he was like 1.5 years old. And I was doing so good. She didn't speak English, but she looked at me and she was just like, Mom? I pointed at myself, I was like, yeah, I'm Mom. She goes, that's baby? And I'm like, I started crying. I was like, oh my god, what we got for mine? And then what do? I watched Tarzan.
Mm-hmm.
As my in-flight movie, being like, oh, I love Tarzan, and got sucker punched by Phil Collins the entire fucking movie.
Totally didn't hurt the emotions anymore. I'm
No.
sure it was a lovely time for you.
It was great. I didn't bawl hysterically. You'll be in my heart.
Never.
I didn't have like the ugly cry with like
Absolutely not.
not the snot dripping cry in
No.
public. No.
Vex cry, never.
What was it that I said in the? Oh wait, no. It's the Volcrum Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cody gave us a trigger warning for last night's episode that it was going to be a little bit emotionally manipulative, and I was like, let's go. My emotions been all over the fucking place today. I cried because one of my mods went on vacation, and Jasher was like, what the fuck you mean you cried, bitch?
And
I was like, in order to have the emotional capacity of a wet paper bag, sometimes the paper bag has to be like re-moistened. You gotta cry just a little bit to keep up appearances.
pull it off like Crybaby, just one single tear.
Yeah, just like, or like the black guy from Body with a Chance of Meatball. It's just like, get back up in there. Good.
Automod on the Twitch thing didn't like it when I said bitch in Rail's chat. That feels so stupid considering it is a staple of like Rail's personality online. Like the fuck? I feel like that should be on accepted words. That should be a whitelisted word, not a blacklisted word. Like what?
Anything that even remotely has this word in it, approved.
Yeah.
That one stupid ass TikTok audio that's like, approved.
Bing.
Approved.
Going back to the Ghost. Weird aftertaste. It's on par with the C4 energy drink styles. That would mean something if I've had a C4. I at least have heard of C4 and I've seen it on the shelf. Never drank it though. Not an energy drink person.
It's not awful. It's not one that I that like I reach for willingly. If I want C4 anything, I will literally just grab the fucking pre-workout. Because I'd rather mix that into like water or like a shake or something than drink C4 by itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stealth. I've always slept on planes, end up sleeping about 20 minutes into the flight. Nice. Good for you. Proud of you for being able to do that. Couldn't be me.
God's favorite.
Right? Oro's never flown. Sun's never been on a plane long enough to justify a nap. Also fair. Read, no, planes are either uncomfy or expensive for us tall people because legroom costs extra. Actually, it doesn't. If you buy your ticket and like pick your seat well enough ahead of time. Most planes,
Like
at least all of the...
isn't it?
What?
6 weeks is like the golden mark for plane tickets, isn't it?
So 6 weeks is the golden mark for affordability. Depending on where you're going, where you're coming from, and time of year changes the good time to get it based off of seat availability. But most planes, at least all the ones that I've been on that don't have the leg room for all, if you get the window seat directly behind the wing has the emergency door on it, and the seat right next to the emergency door isn't there. So you get free leg room because they don't charge you for the fact that it's the emergency exit. That is where I have sat every time, all 3 times that I was on a plane. Doesn't cost you extra, and you get all the leg room you could possibly hope for. The only fun part about it is that the flight attendants also put you in charge of making sure that the door opens if it's needed. So you get an extra little security talk from them while you're taking your seat, because they're like, hey, this is how this works. Make sure you understand the operation of this in case it's needed. So like, yay, there's that.
You get to look at them and be like, I'm 6'3", I chose this seat, damn it, I know how this works.
Stell says, keep your seatbelt on, Vex, while sleeping. I used to piss off Cody's Automod with fuck a lot. That's fair. I feel like that's also a valid thing. Bless you. I feel like that's also a valid thing, but still. Raven, you should request an exit row.
Yeah, the emergency exit row.
Yeah. Reed, depends on the airline. Some don't let you pick the extra legroom section without paying an extra fee. That's fair. I've only flown one airline because I've gone to the same place each time. Southwest. Southwest.
I feel like Delta would make you pay extra.
Probably. That feels like a Delta thing. Stealth, I worked on aircraft. I know how they are put together. If I die, I want to be asleep. That's fair. That is so fair. Also validates the, 20 minutes later, I'm passed the fuck out. Son, when I flew on United, it was a whole row that was missing. Damn. Like room for everybody.
And that was in like the middle of the week too. Was that going to Gen Con?
Maybe. He doesn't fly Spirit. Mostly flown United. People saying bless you. And now it's time to say goodnight. Because I'm the EPs. It's 11 o'clock. My alarm goes off in 6 hours. I need to go to bed. That one's also still tired from waking up this morning. Cause,
Yeah, I didn't want to
yeah. That she made the bold choice of waking up at the same time as me. Even
I had
after.
To start the fajitas.
Yeah. But no, had the dummy stream last night, was up late for that, and was just like, I'm getting up when you get up in the morning because I need to start the slow cooker for the fajitas. So got up when I got up.
If anything, I feel like that was a more responsible choice because had I just stayed in bed, I would have slept through the entire thing and I would not have been able to start that.
You. Son's answer to your question was both to and from Gen Con.
There was an empty row both times.
Apparently.
On a Monday, I believe that. On a Wednesday, that's why.
Well, no, it's not empty. No, I'm understanding it not as empty row, like nobody's sitting in the seat. Empty row as in the emergency row where there would be seats. The seats are just taken out.
Okay.
That's how I'm understanding it, at least. But now it's time for people to say goodnight, because goodnight, EP Bear, goodnight, Vex, goodnight to the me's. So, yeah, goodnight. But first, who we rating? Who's even live right now? In terms of my own followers, Lupo, probably not going to raid them. And Auralink. What's Auralink doing?
Probably the new BG3 mod.
Let's find
the
out.
new BG3 stuff. Because they've been doing.
They are doing the new BG3 stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Auralink is doing the new BG3 with Susan. So we could go on raids the them. Matt is on. Matt in the hat. I recall his lovely little thing from earlier today. He did in fact make it known that he has gone back to the streaming. I just need to actually find him on here now that he's actually streaming.
It's MATTINTH.
Matt in the hat 1438.
There you go.
So we're just gonna go ahead and give him a quick follow since he's doing the thing real quick. Let him say stuffs and things. And now that I follow him, is it gonna repopulate my thing? It does. Fantastic. Okay. I love that my fancy button works that fast. Read it depends on the exact configuration of the plane for if they yoink a whole row or just one seat. That's fair. All right, but we are gonna go raid Matt, hang out with Matt, say hi to Matt in the hat, have the Bird Brigade come in and just share all of the love with the homie who came back to do the streamings again on a similar adventure of my own. I came back to stream it. He came back to stream it.
Yeah.
It's like he's copying me. He's not, but like, still, we can give him shit for it, right? All right, Thickwood coming in.
Thickwood. Don't do that to this man.
Yeah, don't that would be very rude. Don't do that to this man. But we're gonna go hang out with Matt. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back on tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye, friends.
Bye, guys.